Hello everyone, my name is Dax Trudingo, and welcome back to Furality Luma, the VR online convention.
It's absolutely amazing to see all of y'all back. I'm Biscuit Fister, also your host. Let's start off the day with some exercise. VR workout with Aigey and friends.
Thank you. So, we began this little VR workout crew, and we're going to go through a couple of little stretches, a couple of exercises, nothing too serious, but something to get you a little bit warmed up, ready for your afternoon, ready for your day. So first off, we're going to start with some warm-up stretching. If you're watching in the Worlds or if you're watching at home, feel free to join in. They're super simple, and they don't require any weights. So let's go for it. First up, we're doing what are called ballistic or active stretches. Now, the reason that you do these is because doing deep stretches to start out a workout can actually potentially harm you. You don't want to do deep stretches because it'll loosen tendons and it'll make it to where your performance is lower and you can open yourself up to sports injuries. Don't forget to get your waist in there as well. And if you have your favorite workout songs from the 1980s, now's the good time to put them on. Right. Now that we got the torso, the upper body, let's go ahead and get our legs in there as well. Get them nice and warmed up. And one of our favorites that one of our members coined, the Frankensteins. Just keep your arm out in front.
Oh.
And alternate which one tries to get touched. You don't have to make it the entire way. The whole point is just to warm up.
Little kicks.
And that's the big thing, is that all of these exercises, a shorter version at least, they're not intended to be what you hit every single time. They're what we call a baseline. It's what you try to shoot for to get to a sort of level plane of fitness. Because from there, you can start working up and making yourself more improved. You can start specializing in different muscle groups and all that fun stuff. But for the start, let's get some squats going.
Oh no.
Oh, let's do it.
They're simple. They're super simple. So we're going to have our hands right behind our head. This will help to keep your posture in line so that you can do them properly. Whenever you go down, you're going to arch your back a little bit, keep your butt nice and out, and you're going to go down, and then all the way back up. And you'll keep the weight of your feet, or the weight of your body, centered on the front of your feet. Not balanced, but centered. And you don't want to bounce on your knees. You don't want to wear them out. So we're only going to do 3 of these. Something simple, something short. And let's begin. And that's 1. And if you hear your knees popping, totally normal. That's 2. And that's 3. Simple. We thought that you guys were going to lose tracking, and it's me. So, the next thing that we do is a side leg lift. Really easy. Works out the muscles right here on your side, right here in the side muscles on your torso, hips, a little bit of your gluteus. So for this, if you have a chair, if you have a wall, anything that can kind of give you a little bit more balance, you just brace yourself a little bit. You can also just stand there if you have great balance.
Oh no. Let's grab my death.
I know. I surprised everybody with this one. And all you're going to do is go from a standing position, raise your leg to the side, straight out to the side, and then slowly lower back down.
Oh, the hip flexors.
Exactly. And that's what these are all about. Speaking of hips. So we're only going to do 3 of these. Just something to warm you up and get you into the spirit of it. So And let's go. And 1
Goddamn.
and 2 and 3.
Oh, this is easy.
It's easy.
Oh, yeah, it is.
But you can't just
where
be
am
on
I in
like
my
one
house?
side. You gotta do it on the left side too.
Do we have to?
Good morning, Furality. And just lift and then down. And then that's 2. You're almost done.
I had.
And then that's 3. And that's it.
I'm okay.
All these exercises are specifically with virtual reality controllers and trackers in mind. You don't need to have any weights in your hands. It's all weight training. It's all working out from the top all the way to the bottom and back down. So, just to make it a little bit nicer for them, we're going to do one that's really important called calf raises. We just call them leggy uppies in our group. Somebody coined it leggy uppies. So it's a little bit weird to see inside of VR, but basically what it is bracing yourself on something that doesn't move just so you don't fall over. And you're going to raise yourself up to your toes. You're going to go up on your toes. You've got to flex your calf muscles. And then you're going to slowly let yourself down. Really straightforward. It's really helpful to make sure that you can avoid shin splints. So, from there, it's go up, and then down, and that's just 1.
Leggy uppy.
And all
I
these,
like this one.
well, yeah, and they're really easy to do. You can do them. You can do them sitting down, and that's it. That's 3.
Ooh. That feels so good.
Let's do like more.
That feels so good. That feels so
See,
good.
all of a sudden they're like super in on it. So, there is another one. So we're done doing the leg ones. I promise.
Thank God.
So there's one that we do called side bends. And this is one of the reasons why the little placard that says days since the last Dragon Ball Z reference has never reached 1. So you start from a position like this, or you can start with your one hand on your hip and one hand drooping. And all you're going to do is bend right at the waist, straight to the side, like this.
Ooh.
And then you're going to pull yourself all the way back up.
Oh, that feels
Only using your abdominal muscles, and you're going to keep them tense as if somebody was about to punch you right in the stomach. Whenever you go to the right side, you should feel it tug on your left. And the same way that when you go to your left side, you should feel it tug on your right. So, let's try this one out. And go into the right. And that's 1. You should feel it really nice and tense. And don't forget to breathe. It's breathe out, and then breathe in. And that's all 3 of them. And one of the most important things to do during all the workouts is to make sure that you're breathing. It makes the entire thing so much easier to go through. You'll actually probably find yourself actually going through the entire workouts with a load less strain. Only because you're doing the workouts with proper breathing in mind. Now, this is the part of the workout where we typically move towards the floor to do what are called bicycle kicks, V-ups, push-ups, and planks. However, I'm not going to subject them to that.
Thank you.
This
I can
time.
do it.
Do you want to do it?
Let's do it!
Let's go!
All right.
I'm pumped.
Yeah, yeah.
So, from here, we are going to be on the floor. So, with the advent of full body tracking, we can actually handle this.
Oh, I didn't think
Scoot
twice
back a little
about
bit.
this.
You didn't think twice about it. I was completely content on not doing it. So,
Oh, my leg.
from here, you're just laying on your back. And whenever you lean up, you're going to keep your shoulders off and you're going to keep your abdominals tight. You're going to have your legs up like so and your hands right on the sides of your head. The movement is bringing your right elbow to your left knee and stretching your right leg out and alternating. So going from the left to the right is a 1 count. And we're only going to do 3 of them. So, let's go. 1, 2, and 3. The most important thing to keep in mind is that these exercises are not built to be super fast. They're built to be resistance training. So the more that you focus on the muscles that you're working out, the more you'll get out of the workout itself. Now, are you sure you want to do V-ups? We can do them.
Let's do it.
Let's do
I
it.
know V-ups.
All right.
I got them beans.
So for this one,
This is gonna
you're going to
hurt.
be laying flat on your back. You're going to have your hands right above your head.
Okay.
And this is a movement where it's up, down, and then count. So on up, you'll bend yourself into a taco shape. So go legs up,
Oh,
and hands to the feet.
tacos.
And then you go down. This one can tend to be a little bit intensive for folks. So an alternative that you can do is laying on your back again with your hands palms down underneath your butt, and you lift your legs up and you do a 4 count all the way down. Or
But
you can
that's
keep
like
your legs
half
elevated.
a taco, though.
You can also keep your legs elevated and cross your legs in front. These are all really good for your legs and really good for your waist.
I feel it in my tummy.
And that is exactly how you're supposed to feel it, is right in your tummy.
My mom will be so proud.
So, I won't force them to go through all 3 of the V-ups. That seems
We should
cruel
do
and
it.
unusual.
We should do all 3 of them.
Alright, let's do it. Let's do it.
We're big dogs. We got this.
You got this. I believe in you.
Good boy.
And remember, for those at home, if you can't perform all of them, that's fine. You're only supposed to do what you can, remain consistent, and build your baseline. For these 2, though, we're going for 3. In position and up.
Taco!
Down. And that's 1. And up.
Nacho taco!
Down. And that's 2. And up. Down. And that is 3. Don't worry. We'll have stretches at the very end of this. You'll feel so much better. Promise.
Oh! Can I just
So-
sleep?
Them's the V-ups. And apparently it's not fun
What-
for him.
Do
The
your
next step
worst,
that we would
Sora.
do... Alright, you told me. I'm doing. So the next step that we have... You okay?
Sorry. My leg was so over.
So the next step that we have is the planks. So instead of standing in the push-up position, we'll actually be resting on our forearms. It'll give you a little bit more control over your body, and you can focus a little bit more on how you're doing the workout instead of trying to go for brownie points. Remember, you're not trying to impress anybody. You're just trying to improve yourself. So it's in a
Oh no, my leg.
forward position where all my tracking decides
Is
to go
this-
away.
Oh, my leg. My leg.
Yep. Waist tracker probably should be moved to the side.
Oh.
So, it's a forward leaning rest on your forearms.
Let's see what happens.
Typically for these, we would take our hand controllers off just to make sure that we're not damaging anything. But we're going to do on the count of up, and then we're going to count to 8. I believe in y'all.
Okay.
You can do this. I believe in you. So,
Yes.
and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, and down.
Ah, on my leg.
Not so difficult. You got this.
Call it ambulance. Oh, there it is. All right, there you go. Ah! My booty!
You're,
Man, you're really
like
stressed
this.
out, Dexter.
Come back,
Yeah,
booty!
That's the magic of working out. All right. So the final one that we have on this list is the regular push-up. Notice how we didn't have any crunches or sit-ups in the mix, and they were only V-ups and other stuff like that. The reason for that is that your body was not designed to go into a crunch position. And doing something like a V-up or doing sit-ups using an exercise ball can help cradle your spine in a way that doesn't hurt you. It'll give you a lot more benefit, you'll get a lot more gains, and more importantly, you'll be safe. They are possible to do normally, but it requires an understanding of how to do it properly. And that takes time, that takes effort, and sometimes people just want to jam out and just exercise. So, for this one, we're doing the push-up. The position is super easy. Push-up position. If you want to start working out your shoulders more, have your arms a little bit wider. If you want to just do a general, it's right in front. And if you want to do something more difficult, have your hands right there in the middle, called diamonds. I would encourage everybody to start doing the push-ups on your knees so that you can kind of work out which muscle groups you're going to be working and get a feel for how you operate. So, and also definitely take off your hand controllers. I don't want anybody's stuff getting damaged. So, it's going to be breathe out when you go down, breathe in when you come back up. We're going to go for 4. All right?
Oh.
And let's go. And down, up, 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you ever find yourself having issues with your posture, you can tighten your glutes and you can tighten your abdominals, and it'll kind of force your body into position. It's a great way to kind of get a better understanding for how your body works, because everybody's is different. So, now that my co-hosts have incapacitated themselves, I think they're done with the workouts. So we're going to go into stretching.
I stepped on my
Wait a
cable, I'm
second.
sorry.
Biscuit. Get up, Biscuit.
So, for most of the stretches, you want to make sure that you're getting the right groups. So, for instance, since we're doing a full body workout, we want to make sure that we get a full body stretch. So you want to make sure that you get your arms in there, which is a lot of this stuff is, simple stuff that you learn in PE. Nothing too intensive, nothing too spectacular. But there are a couple of differences that we're going to explore to make sure that you're getting the stretches that you need. And also a few that are just really nice to help develop a better balance of fitness and flexibility. So for this one, you're probably going to like this one. So you take your left hand, you put it behind your back, take your right arm, touch your left shoulder, and you're going to lean your head to the right.
Oh, whoa.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
And then we're going to switch over and tilt to the other side.
Oh, God.
After a long night of partying, trust me, you're gonna want to stretch. This one, super important for all of us that tend to play a lot of games, do a lot of art, and stuff like that. Going to take your palm, straight up, face out. Going to grab your fingers. You're going to lightly tug them backwards. these are just little wrist stretches that are really helpful for making sure that you don't develop carpal tunnel syndrome or anything like that. And then it's palm down, press on the top, and you pull it towards you. And you do the same thing with the other wrist. Even if you already have wrist issues, they can be helpful to make sure that you don't develop them further, or to even try to reverse the effects, or lessen the symptoms. But that stuff, be absolutely sure that you ask your doctor about. Personal training is one thing, but medical advice is a different one. So, now we're going to go for leg stretching. For my normal workout crew, you may have noticed I skipped a couple of different steps, but that's because we didn't do a full workout and also because I want to hit the ones that most people miss. So for this one, you're actually not going to go for the front of the foot, you're not going to go for the side of the foot, you're going to go for about the midway point. So this stretch is not for your hamstrings, it's for your back. So you're going to twist a little bit to the side, aim towards your toes, and you're going to bend at the waist and reach for your foot. You should feel the stretch right in here. There you go.
Oh my god.
Exactly.
Ow.
Oh.
I want to stay like this forever.
Well, now you gotta do the other side. You gotta make sure that you're balanced. Don't worry. There's a draining exercise we do at the very end that'll help with any kind of extreme issues that you might have with your back. It'll be better, promise. For this one, you're going to put your hands a little bit together, and you're going to reach past your knees. So you're going to bend at the waist, and you're going to reach past your knees.
Oh.
So you're going to reach below.
Oh,
Between
no.
these are stretching your hamstrings. And then you
that
come
feels good.
all the way back up.
No. I didn't like that.
Well, you... This next one might be a little bit better then. So, we're going to sit on the floor. And these are going to be like those floor stretches that you always did in school.
I like sitting.
So sitting down, you're going to have one leg extended, one leg bent. And for this one, you're going to twist to your side to where you're facing the knee that's bent. And you're going to bend at your waist, and you're going to reach for your foot. Again, this is your hamstrings and this is your back. And remember, you don't have to go all the way. Only do what you're able to do.
Yeah.
The extra stretching and extra flexibility comes with practice. It comes with time and it comes with effort. You don't have to make it all the way the first time. You just have to make the effort.
I'm gonna cheat.
And then you just come back up. Super straightforward. Super easy. There are deeper stretches that you can do with the same position. I won't force them to do it, but you also can take your forearm, press it against your knee, lean into it. You reach your hand behind you, and then you reach it all the way up.
Okay, hold on.
And then you slowly pull yourself out of it. And remember, you don't have to go full tilt the entire way. The point is to develop yourself, not go straight for the gold. Everybody's got to start somewhere. Y'all okay?
Let's do
Wait, what are we doing?
We're actually in the easy stuff. So I'm gonna cut. Yeah, we're into the easy stuff. This one's gonna be super easy. You're gonna like this one because these are very, very easy, very simple yoga stretches.
Leg, come on. Leg. Thank you.
I believe in you, leg. So we're gonna keep the controllers off of our hands because we're gonna be having our palms planted on the ground. But you're gonna start from the all fours position. And you're going to lean back to where you're sitting on top of your heels.
Ooh, wait, hold on. How do I do? Oh.
Yeah. So, if you've ever watched your cat do like one of those really long stretches, it's kind of like that. So you hold here, and then you move up to the all fours position again, and you're going to arch your back
Meow.
downwards, and you're going to stretch those abs a little bit.
Oh, that
Meow.
feels good. Oh my god, that
Mhm.
feels good. Oh.
And then you're going to arch your back upwards to where you can stretch your shoulders a little bit.
Ooh, yes.
And then we're going to, without moving your hands or your knees, going to push forward and plant your hips to the ground. And you're going to arch your back only as much as you can do. And you're going to stretch those abdominals, stretch those shoulders.
Oh,
You're
that
a
feels
seal.
I am a seal.
And then
Just from a rose.
you're going to pull yourself back up to the all fours. Repeat with the arch down and the arch up. And then you're going to lean back into the cat stretch position. And then you're done.
My cable's riding me.
But as soon as you do those, you're done.
Ah.
Ow.
Where's my
Very
paws?
straightforward, very easy.
There they are.
Come back.
Ah.
And as you can tell, we can do all of this inside of VR, with full body tracking or not tracking. You can do these completely as a desktop user. Which leads me cleanly into one of our group's founders. Aigey, if you'd like to come over, say a couple of words, and
Hello.
get us introduced.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I guess I'm here. Yeah. Hello, everybody. I'm Aigey. It's nice to meet you. I also have my accomplice here, Jhusky, who is finding the mirror at the moment. But welcome to VR Fitness and Biking. That was just a little demonstration from Sora, one of our group leaders, and our lovely hosts, Fister and Daxter. Hello, guys. Nice to see you again.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm glad to be the person that didn't have to do anything today. That was fun, but I think I might get on my bike and also have Jhusky help demonstrate it. But what I wanted to do a while ago, about 6 months ago, was I wanted to create a group where people could get online and work out together. Because I know a lot of people struggle with like sitting at home and isolation and being bored out of their minds and not able to really want to do anything. But having a group, a community of like-minded people where you want to do these workouts together or go cycling together, you can actually do that. And Jesse's demonstrating it, but I have my cycle still set up as well, which I'm going to pull this into the mix because what Sora does is they do their routines for full body if you don't have anything. But if you do have a stationary bike like what I do and like what Jhusky does, then you can actually get on that and go cycling with us. Mine's kind of loud, so I'm not going to use it a whole lot, but just kind of like show kind of like what we get going. We'll go for an hour. We throw some music on. We just kind of like laugh and have a good time and just get together and go cycling. And then with Sora's group, usually what they'll do is they have their full session. Sora runs her set, and then they're done. But with us, we just kind of get together and we're like, all right, cycle at your own pace for an hour. We'll laugh and cut up and tell jokes here and there. Maybe have a couple of banters things go on. But other than that, we wanted to announce this group publicly. We wanted to give people an opportunity to see what it is we do, what we have to offer. We have full body workouts like Sora, or even biking exercises like me and Jhusky. Jhusky hosts the Tuesday, Thursday sessions. I host Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Sora does 2 sets on Tuesdays and Thursdays for 4 p.m. Eastern and midnight Eastern U.S. time. So that way we can accommodate those who are in Europe who want to come join as well. And if you are a part of the Furality Discord, which most all of you should be if you're here, and you can actually find my name and say, hey, I'm more interested in the fitness and training, and I would like to be a part of this. Where can I sign up? You can come directly to me. I'll send you a link for the Discord to join. It should be VR Fitness and Biking. We are a safer work group. We allow anybody in. It doesn't matter what kind of avatars you use, just as long, obviously, safe for work stuff. And then basically we want more people to come hang out. You don't have to pay anything. It's a free service. We've just started doing this to kind of give people an opportunity to work out together and have a good time together in a VR environment. And we've been pretty consistent. I think, Sora, you've been going for about 6 months-ish now. And then just recently started keeping track.
Oh yeah, just this week we actually wrapped up week 35 for the US group, and the EU just cleared week 15.
Yeah, so we have definitely been going for a while, and that's just for the full body. For biking, I actually started just cycling in Worlds and be like, hey guys, check out me on my funny bicycle. And then next thing you know, I have my friend Kurai Kitsune from Europe who's like, well, let me go do that too. And then had a bunch of other people like my friend Jari Volley and a lot of other people. And then Jhusky came along, and then we started having these larger groups. And then we merged with Sora's workout group, and we became this fitness biking group that focuses on so many different things and wants to bring health to the community. So again, my name's Aigey. You should see me in the event leaders list, or if you don't, just look for Aigey in the Furality Discord. Shoot me a message, and we will get you working out with us whenever you're available. And I think, Sora, do you have any fun stories to tell about working out and some success stories for some of your students?
Oh, absolutely. So I'm looking at the Twitch chat. The name of the Discord is VR Fitness and Biking. You should be able to look it up. We do have the group listed as public. And we go through and assign roles like on person by person. So if you would like to join, you're more than welcome. Eventually we're going to, because the group is definitely going to get bigger, we're going to start streaming them so that everybody can join in, so that everybody can be in the know. We have the workouts listed, all that fun stuff.
That's another important thing to note, I think. Just let me interject for a second. You do not have to have full body to do any of this. You just have to be able to come in VR chat and hear us say what we're doing, or just come in VR chat and just like come cycle with us if you have us workout. But you do not have to have any VR stuff whatsoever to do this with us. You just need to be able to participate and be able to be like, okay, I'm here, I'm doing it for an hour. And then that we don't require any VR whatsoever. I think that's just important just to say, because we do mention full body workouts and we're all in full body, obviously, but I just want to throw that out there that it's not a requirement.
The part where it says full body workout isn't just full body tracking. That's optional. Full body meaning that for at least the fitness side of it, we are working your entire body. We're not gonna bother with like leg day, arm day, stuff like that. We're getting a baseline for you to work with. So we're working your entire body every Tuesday and Thursday. And that'll give you enough time to recover. As for success stories, I have a couple of dear friends in our workout group that they want to, like, lose weight, get more fit, get back in shape, because, last year was a little bit hazardous to everybody's health as far as, staying inside and stuff like that is concerned. So we started doing the workouts, and they lost weight. Their parents are like, man, you're looking good. Like, they'll be like, oh, like scratch your stomach. I'm like, yo, those are abs.
What are these bumps, dude?
What are these bumps? Doing the stretches consistently, like even myself, I've noticed like I'm stretching a lot more. I'm able to almost get to my toes, which has always been an issue for me. And just it's reassuring. Cats, hello cats, you're in the way. It's reassuring to see people excited to come in for these, sharing their progress, and just being in a good mood, because they want to start getting more active, and being able to facilitate this inside of virtual reality. Like, we don't even have to be inside of a gym. Well, we're in a virtual gym. It's a gym. But we don't have to be, as long as you have a laptop or something that you can connect to, or even Twitch on your phone, whenever we finally get that all going, you can join in and build fitness and get your baseline from anywhere in the world, which is pretty exciting. One of our friends, Tao, shout out to Tao, I love you. One of the first times that he joined to the workout group, he was in the same boat of like, yeah, I could totally do this. Gets into it. Oh, this is a mistake. I've never heard somebody like go for the V-ups and be like, oh, I think I popped something, and just the entire group just erupts in laughter, and it's like difficult
Oh, no.
to do V-ups when you're giggling profusely. And also his comments of, I can't believe I let this temptress try to get me to be physically active, in reference to me. I'm gonna wear that one with pride.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well.
But yeah, it's exciting. It's encouraging. And again, you don't need to have like an actual full body tracking. But we still have a little bit of time. So I want to go through a couple of different things about like the workouts, some health things to keep in mind. With one of my favorite ones to start off is the post-workout. If you've ever wondered, what am I supposed to eat after a workout to make sure that you get the most gains out of it? Believe it or not, chocolate milk. It has a great blend of micros and macronutrients. It's fantastic. The entire chat's going to be either shouting chalky milk, or they're going to be losing their mind of like, what? Why is that a thing?
I love chocolate milk. I love milk.
Yeah. So chocolate milk, you can also use chocolate soy milk, almond milk, as long as it has a good blend of carbs, fats, sugars, and proteins, it'll work. You can even just stick with eating chicken. Because the deep stretches that we do gets the lactic acid out of our joints and out of our muscles, so that we don't have to deal with like that whole feel the burn thing. That's from the acid buildup in your muscles. But you have to make sure that your body has something to regenerate yourself with. And chocolate milk is actually that thing. It's the worst kept, best kept secret of bodybuilding and personal training, is that that's the one to go for.
I love chocolate milk.
Well, guess what, gamer? You get to drink it every single time you do a workout with us. Wow.
And
that's your
don't
reward.
chug the whole bottle. 8 ounces is
Chug
more
the
than
whole
enough.
bottle. Eat an entire cheesecake. That's the right answer. That's how you work out.
It's delicious. It's delicious. And also, speaking of cheesecake, the big thing to keep in mind is that while doing full body workouts can assist in weight loss, it's one part of the bigger puzzle. Weight loss is about 80% diet, 20% exercise. This helps with the whole
cheesecake.
I do want to eat the whole cheesecake. Doing the workouts, it helps build a discipline. It helps build a rhythm, and it helps build consistencies for yourself. It's like having a routine. It's something to anchor yourself to. But doing all the extra stuff with like, oh, well, maybe I'm going to start cooking and stuff like that. That's a great way to start exploring new hobbies, new health ideas, stuff like that. Because everybody's body is different. Stretches are very important. Stretching at the very beginning with warm-ups, like I said, do active stretching. Don't do the deep stretching. Deep stretches are for the very end. And none of this actually requires any weights at all. You can do weight training using no weights. If you have a water bottle or something that has a consistent weight to it, you can do those side bends and add some weights into it to really get an additional workout. Most of these you can do at your desk. You don't even have to be in a giant gym or even like a large room. Even for doing the push-ups, doing wall push-ups totally works. As long as you're able to get the same muscle groups engaged, you can achieve what you're shooting for. And even with the biking,
that's very well said.
You don't need a biking. Like, you don't need an actual like a big bike. You could buy one of those 4 bikes, or you could just sit there in a chair, lift your legs,
yeah,
pedaling.
You could do the worst of it and just lay down and just lift your legs and just do this for an hour, if you even think you can. Like this is rough. This is very difficult.
Oh, and
an hour of this is pain.
Schmoopy Roo in the chat. Don't forget to hydrate. Very, very important.
Hydrate or you'll dihydrate.
Don't dihydrate. Make sure you hydrate. And usually between sets or even between exercises, I usually encourage our group to, get a sip of water. Don't chug it. You just want to like sip on it a little bit to make sure that you have something in your system. Like whenever you see marathon runners running, they're not chugging those cups. That's to make sure that their mouth is nice and moist because, your mouth dries out when you're running. They're actually not drinking the water. It's just boop, and they go. I'd be done with that after 30 seconds. Trust me, I would be too.
Oh yeah, those are rough. I don't like those. Those are mean.
And the very, very, very big one is, I know that we've all had those experiences where you have to push yourself to make sure that you hit these goals. You have to push yourself to do these exercises. I absolutely encourage you. And every single session, I do the same thing. Don't push yourself past your own limits. You'll get there eventually, and we'll help you get there. But I want you to make sure that you're safe, healthy, and not hurt. So if you're doing any of the workouts and you feel a twinge, just stop. If it's uncomfortable, you stop. And you don't continue on. You let yourself recover for a day or so, and then you go back into it. You try to keep that same kind of consistency rhythm, but you don't overstress yourself. You don't ever tax the muscles that you're working. Because the last thing you want to do is pull something you weren't intending, and then you're out for an entire week or two. And that can really set you back a lot harder than just taking a day or two off. And just encourage yourself. Encourage others. That's mostly what our group does. It's a lot of friends that came together in the midst of some really rough times, and we decided that, let's do something to really improve ourselves. Body and mind. And so we did. And 35 weeks later, here we are at Furality Luma, showing off what we've done to the world and encouraging others to join us or continue on their same journey in any way that they can.
Heck yeah. I think that's a great message. We're definitely a encouraging group. We're definitely a group that wants to have people be like, oh, we want people to be there at the same pace. So whether you're, doing double sets or you're just getting by trying to do your first 5 of a set, we want to let you understand that not everybody could do that when they first started here. And there's definitely a lot of people that'll sit there and talk with you that are more than welcome to talk with new people and be like, hey, I'm trying to get better for your health. No one's there to make fun of you. No one's there to put you down or make you feel bad. There's some people that have, basically for our biking stuff, there's people that have as little as just desk pedals, or there's people that have full Pelotons in our workout group for the biking sessions. Some of us have really intricate $2,000 bikes and something called a Wahoo kicker, which some of you may or may not know what that is. And it doesn't matter, just as long as you're there to work out and be encouraging to one another and want to be a part of that is what we care about, because we want our community to grow and we want it to do something positive for people who are looking to just better their health. That's our goal. Just have people have a place where they can be what they want to, which most of us here want to be our Sonas, our avatars, or whatever, but we want to be active. We want to actually do something good for our bodies, and instead of just sitting around and watching a show in VR, some of us decided, hey, let's go exercise. So I'm seeing a lot of the requests and messages from people on Discord. Please keep them coming. I will be sure to get you guys into the group so that I can give you roles and see what you're interested in, and I'll be sure to message each and every one of you individually on Discord, because that's what I do with my group anyway, and we're about to hit 200 members in the Discord as it is. So keep on coming. I would love to get you all in there and get you to see if you want to do the biking stuff with me, or maybe the full body workouts with Sora. And yeah, I think that's pretty good. I think we covered just about everything. Did your workout stuff. I showed him the biking. Jhusky helped to demonstrate biking as well. Big Blue Dog, he's one of our group leaders for Tuesday, Thursday biking. And then I think we might start opening up more full body workout sessions depending on how many people are around and what people want. Because right now we don't have anything on the weekends. But we might start the weekends. Who knows?
I'm always up for making sure that everybody gets covered. Which is one of the reasons I did the afternoon sessions. Well, afternoon for me. Is because all of our friends over in the EU and the UK they didn't want to go working out at 5:30 in the morning. So we made it to where we could do it, evening sessions for them. But do either of you
Lucky, come back.
have any fitness questions?
Lucky, come back. Sorry, my
What's
leg's
that?
trying to leave me.
So I eat a lot. What should I do to not do that? How do I stop myself
Oh, to
from having
eat?
cravings?
How do you stop eating? Okay, here's what you do, Daxter. Actual strategy. Okay, so there's this thing called value food versus just food, right? So like a burger's just food, but a salad's a value food, right? And it's not because of the calories, it's how many pounds of this can I eat versus one of these, right? So one burger is like 300-400 calories if you get like a tiny burger from McDonald's, right? But a salad is probably like 150 calories, and you can eat like 3 of those to equal one burger, which weighs a little bit more than a burger. So you get to eat more food, but it do about as much as what this burger will do. So you have to think of value foods. So if you eat a bunch of value food, then you can eat a whole lot of it, which you probably won't be able to consume. But then, like, if you are eating too much and gorging yourself all the time, just eat salads all day. Just eat celery and you'll just lose weight. It's weird, but it's how it works. Just the more food that you can consume that's of value will actually be more beneficial. So if you want a cheeseburger, just think of getting like a salad with hamburger in it, and then you'll save a bunch of calories. Things like that, and then you can eat more of it.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Also,
eat more food.
There was a comment in the Twitch chat. Don't worry about not being in full body. Don't even worry about not being in VR. We have plenty in my normal group that don't have it on a consistent basis, and that's fine. I just want you to
just come on
to
desktop.
get out of it what you can. On the food part though, and I'm not being paid to say this one, but I've been using one of those freebie apps on my phone called MyFitnessPal. It's really nice. It really just helps to keep track of your calories. Because if you're going for weight loss, you really want to try to like focus on like calories in, calories out, because that's what fat is. It's just built up condensed calories. Whenever you're starting to go for health, that's when you start looking at macros and micronutrients and stuff like that. But definitely have some kind of way to keep a track of like calories consumed, and that'll give you a much better way of like, go with just eat normal however you would over the course of like 2 weeks. Keep track of the calories, and if you went up in weight, if you went down with weight, you'll be able to kind of figure out where your baseline is, and then just kind of slightly tweak it to where you're eating a little bit less, and eventually you'll get there. It's a journey. It's not a race. It's a journey. It's a journey that you can make. You can get there, and everybody has their own pace.
Awesome.
Did you have a question?
I actually do. What's a good strategy on getting off of like caffeine and drinking more water?
Okay, this one I can actually
Seltzer
help with
water.
a bunch. Seltzer water is a good one to start with. So when I was working in restaurants, I always went for sodas and stuff like that because I wanted to have some kind of a flavor in my mouth. I wanted to have like, so something that tasted better than my hyperventilating like saliva, which was totally gross. Some of the like little like the Kool-Aid drops that you can like put in drinks and stuff like that. They usually come like a little bottle like yay big, and you just like squeeze them into like a big jug of water or whatever. This is really good. It still gives you flavor, but you're really just consuming water. It's just flavored water. That's really helpful. I found that really helps me to kind of break the dependence, because I'm drinking something that doesn't have like a colossal amount of sugar in it. And it's not like regular Kool-Aid where if it's not crunchy, it's not good.
That's true.
Yeah.
Shout out to all my Kool-Aid fans out there. But that would be a great way to start trying to break your desire for like just sticking with sodas and stuff like that. It's just finding a flavor that you like and just kind of edging yourself off of it. It doesn't have to all happen all at once. I don't know what that song. You don't have to do it all at once, but you can do it in increments. And you'll find that sugar is a dependency kind of thing. Like, it's really hard to break that kind of desire to have it, the desire to drink it, stuff like that. So you just have to basically taper yourself and wean yourself off of it until eventually you'll be like, you'll drink like one soda and you're like, No, this is way too sweet.
The best way to do it, right? The best way to do it, I guarantee you, is just like what Sora is saying, and then just if you've ever gone on like a hardcore crash diet that's like very low sodium, and then tasting what food tastes like, just like normal shit that you'd get, you'd be like, wow, this is gross. Because your tongue is so numb to all of the salt and fats that they put in foods that we like to eat. And then like when you actually taste what food tastes like again, instead of it just being completely covered to death in salt, then you're just like, oh wow, okay. This is what the world could be like, huh? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then you start like valuing flavors and using different kinds of spices more, which is very important. Very important to like, which we'll have stuff like that in the workout group, because people are like, yeah, we want recipes, we want cook now. So we're gonna be throwing that in the thing to make nice little, I would say around 500 calorie meals that are tasty, because that's a genuinely decent meal size. And then if you want to lose weight, most of the general consensus, if you're overweight as it is about 1700 calories a day anyway. So 3 meals, 1500 calories, and then you can throw in about 200 calories worth of snacks. That's a full day of eating. And we will definitely go over a lot of that. So
and just to close it out, because I believe we are just about at time.
we're getting close.
We're like there. If you're going to start dieting and you're going to do it on your own, don't crash diet. Don't force yourself into it. You're going to fail. Failing is okay.
Yes.
Nobody learns unless they stumble, unless they fail. Don't fear failure. That's how you're growing. And for the diet thing, don't crash diet, because that can harm you more than it helps by a long shot. One of my great friends constantly reminds me that it's better to be 20 pounds overweight than it is to be 5 pounds underweight. Because being underweight is far more hazardous than having a little bit more on you. Be healthy, be smart, and if you need advice or if you need help, we're here to help. We're here to give as much advice as we possibly can, in whatever ways that we can. How close are we anyway?
I have another question. Y'all's
Very
Discord,
close.
do y'all have like people that are interested in like nutrition, like doing like nutritional things, or have like advice for it?
Yes, I'm getting ready to start making that. That was actually, I just went to the announcements like, hey, would you guys want like nutritional help on making meals or like meal planning and stuff like that throughout a day? And it was I think it was 27-3 of the people that voted. So we're definitely going to be adding that. I'm getting all my little documents ready and like teaching about value foods versus just food in general, and how to start really literally weighing the difference of what you get to eat. Because I've always been a person that struggled with overeating, because I'm like, I used to be the person that goes to Taco Bell and spends $20 and eats it all in one sitting. And, that used to be me. But then I thought about, I could have, the same amount of food could last me 2 days, right? So I just ate better foods and learned, okay, well, this tastes great. I love the idea of mango teriyaki. Like, that was just one of the weird things that I found that I enjoyed. And consume significantly less calories, consume significantly less salt, using the MyFitnessPal to just quickly scan everything and document when I'm eating. And that's what I tell people that are like, I've been coming to these things and I'm not losing weight. And I'm like, well, get MyFitnessPal, use the free version of it, and send me what you're eating for 2 weeks. And then, some of those people are like, oh gosh, I'm consuming like double the daily recommended amount of sodium that I should be eating. I'm consuming double the recommended amount of fats that I should be consuming a day. Like, holy crap, I'm eating like 2,300 calories a day when I should be having, 1,500 if I want to lose weight. And these things people lose track of because they think, oh, I'm exercising, so I'm going to lose weight. But again, diet is 80%. Which, I'll sit here and be like, oh my God, I want to eat an entire cheesecake, but I would never do that because like one slice of a small cheesecake is like 400 calories. That's insane.
Oh Lord.
It's like one meal. It's literally
a lot
one
more
meal.
Than you think.
I have a whole cheesecake in my freezer right now.
Yeah, I want to eat the whole cheesecake. Just give it to me.
It's weird. Like you'll, as soon as you start like counting calories and being like, okay, like what's my limit? You're gonna be like, oh my god,
You start
this
getting scared
one
of
meal that I
everything
had
you
for lunch is
count.
like 1,400 calories. And the big thing is that like a lot of stuff from fast food is gonna have a lot of sodium in it and a lot of salts, and the whole point is that it's loaded with calories, but they're all empty calories. You're gonna get hungry later because your body is like overloaded with flavor and like all these
Manufactured
different, like,
foods. Yes,
and
that is
it's
exactly
all
what
gonna
they
like
are.
explode on you. Like the reason McDonald's like tastes so good is because it's designed that way. It's designed to overload you and make it to where you're hungry later regardless of how many calories you consumed. It's by design. So the big thing is that like if you make your own burger at home, oh man, so much more flavor. You can like toast the bun a little bit, and like you'll have one burger and you'll be like, all right, I'm done for like the day.
What is that one major chemical in a lot of fast foods? What is it? Xanax gum? Like one of those things you read over like, huh, funny. It's actually a laxative that they put in foods to clean out your system so that you'll want to eat more.
That
A lot of people didn't know that kind of
makes
stuff.
sense.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's a word that a lot of people know and say, haha, funny word on nutrition label. I wonder what this gum stuff does. And it's literally a laxative. There are foods in there that they have to list. The chemicals are actually just
That's it,
laxatives and like
xanthan gum.
glucose. I think that's the one. I don't know why I said Xanax. That's another type of drug. But it's
The
just one of
mood-elevating
those
fast
things.
food.
The mood elevating fast food that makes you go to the bathroom a lot faster. Wow.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. But yes, no, those foods that they use that stuff in, it's just like, huh. So they're forcing my body to do the thing to make me get hungry again, which the overload of sodium makes you dry and thirsty, which is they put a lot of sodium in drinks to make you drink them more. There's a lot of this stuff is just manufacturing your natural instincts and being like, we're going to overload these so that you just eat our food even though you don't need it. And once you get out of the habit of eating those foods and really tasting like what food can taste like, then you're like, oh, I don't need that much salt. I don't need that much sugar. I don't need that much caffeine. Because a lot of the people that stop using caffeine, this is going to sound crazy, actually get more energy from working out and will stay awake longer if they work out before going into their job. And then they'll stay awake longer and have more energy and feel better throughout the day than drinking coffee or drinking like soda.
Also, going for a walk in the morning, fantastic way to jumpstart your metabolism.
Also, I think we're getting really close. We're really close
we are.
to time.
We're
I
about.
think we're good.
We got about 2. So
Thank you
To
so
close it
much.
out,
Thank you for having
yeah.
us.
absolutely,
Yeah.
thank you for joining in. I'm so sorry about
Thanks
your
for
abdominals
getting me
and your
abused so I
legs.
didn't have to. This is great. Oh my god, I didn't have to do anything. I just waltzed over. I just floated over like, doo, 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 doo. Wow. That was nice. That was my favorite part.
But thank y'all for joining us and making this all the more special of a good morning Furality.
Biscuit, give me your cheesecake.
No, it's my cheesecake. What about cheesecake?
But I want.
I like this.
But I want cheesecake, biscuit. But
Maybe
Um,
we could possibly share.
And Schmoopy, yes, you can
oh my
still drink
god,
tea.
can we
Tea
share
is
the
very good.
cheesecake behind the McDonald's?
And
Oh my
look
God.
up
Oh my
how
God.
to brew tea properly. It'll blow your mind. Good Lord Almighty.
Have fun
Good morning,
on your
Furality.
adventure. Bye.
Oh my god.
You broke it.